I'm going to demonstrate an exercise called running the meridians. During this exercise, I will show where the 12 primary acupuncture channels pass from the surface of the body. Of course, I won't be able to show you where they penetrate deep and go to the organs. This is an intermediate demonstration of the exercise. It's for people who have already seen the more detailed version and are happy with me just verbalising the main points that the channels pass through. The lung channel starts one cell inferior to the hollow of the deltopectoral triangle, descends the lateral aspect biceps brachii, crosses the transverse cubital crease, deviates slightly at lung 7, passes through the wrist joint close to the radial artery and terminates at the radial aspect of the thumb. The large intestine channel starts at the radial aspect of the index finger, ascends the radial aspect of the hand and the arm, passes through the anterolateral aspect of the shoulder, crosses the trapezius, crosses the sternocleidomastoid, comes forward to meet the rhenite below the mouth, the digmoid above the mouth, and passes over to the other side of the face. The lung channel starts inferior to the hollow of the deltopectoral triangle, ascends through the deltopectoral triangle, descends the lateral aspect of biceps brachii, crosses the transverse cubital crease, moves slightly radially at lung 7, crosses the wrist joint close to the radial artery, crosses the thenar eminence, and terminates at the radial nail point of the thumb. The large intestine channel starts on the radial aspect of the index finger. It ascends the radial aspect of the hand and the arm, passes through the anterolateral aspect of the shoulder, crosses the trapezius, crosses the sternocleidomastoid, comes onto the face below the mouth, circles around below the nose, and then crosses over to the other side of the face. The stomach channel starts inferior to the orbital margin. It descends lateral to the nose, comes forward to meet below the nose, circles the mouth, and then sweeps around the jaw, anterior to the ear, and up onto the corner of the head. From stomach 5, a branch separates and moves lateral to thyroid cartilage, goes to the midpoint of the clavicle, descends through the ribs, and we get to the abdomen. It moves to 2 cm lateral to the anterior midline, descends the pubic bone, where it moves laterally, and descends the anterolateral aspect of the leg and thigh, all the way down to the lateral aspect of the second toe. The spleen channel starts on the medial aspect of the big toe, comes up to the medial aspect of the leg and thigh, ascends the lateral aspect of rectus abdominis, passes through lung 1, and descends to terminate in the central intercostal space below the apex of the axilla. From here we have the heart channel. In the apex of the axilla, the heart channel runs down the medial border of biceps brachii, passes through the wrist joint lateral to the pisiform bone, crosses the palm, and terminates at the radial aspect of the little finger. The small intestine channel starts on the ulnar aspect of the little finger, ascends the ulnar aspect of the hand and arm, passes through the posterior aspect of the shoulder, sweeps across the scapula, comes in between the sternocleidomastoid and the angle of the mandible onto the cheek, and zigzags back to the ear. The heart channel starts in the apex of the axilla, descends the medial aspect of biceps brachii, descends the forearm, passing through the wrist joint lateral to the pisiform bone, crosses the palm, and terminates on the radial aspect of the little finger. The small intestine channel starts on the ulnar aspect of the little finger, ascends the ulnar aspect of the hand and the arm, comes at the back of the shoulder, sweeps across the scapula, passes in between the sternocleidomastoid and the angle of the mandible, comes onto the face, on the cheek, and zigzags back to the ear. The bladder channel starts just medial and superior to the inner canthus, 2 lines over the top of the head, 2 lines down either side of the back, passing through the sacrum, passing down the posterior midline of the leg, coming down the leg, passing posterior and inferior to the lateral malleolus and ending on the lateral nail point of the little toe. Passes then underneath the foot for the kidney channel. The kidney channel starts to ascend the medial aspect of the foot, does a small circuit posterior to the medial malleolus, ascends the most medial aspect of the leg and thigh, continues to ascend half a cell lateral to the anterior midline until we get to the ribs, where it moves out to 2 cell lateral to the anterior midline, and comes all the way up to the base of the clavicle. The pericardium channel starts 1 cell lateral to the nipple in the male. It descends through 2 heads of biceps brachii, down the forearm, through langle on the palm to the tip of the middle finger. The Sanjiao channel starts on the ulnar aspect of the fourth finger, ascends the dorsum of the hand, the dorsum of the arm, comes through the posterolateral aspect of the shoulder, comes across the trapezius, up the back of the sternocleidomastoid, pads around behind the ear to terminate on the lateral aspect of the eyebrow. Pericardium channel starts once and lateral to the nipple in the male, descends through the two heads of biceps brachii, comes down the forearm, passes through largum on the palm, and terminates at the tip of the middle finger. The Sanjiao channel starts on the ulnar aspect of the fourth finger, ascends the dorsum of the hand and the arm, passes through the posterolateral aspect of the shoulder, comes across the sternocleidomastoid, comes up the back of the sternocleidomastoid, pads around behind the ear to terminate at the lateral end of the eyebrow. Gallbladder channel starts lateral to the outer canthus, zigzags across the head, across the top of the trapezius, zigzags across the body, comes all the way down this lateral aspect of the legs to terminate at the lateral aspect of the fourth toe. The liver channel starts at the lateral aspect of the big toe, comes across the top of the foot, ascends the medial aspect of the leg and thigh, wraps around the sternocleidogenitalia, ascends the anterior foreline a small amount before moving laterally to ascend forcefully and lateral to the anterior midline up to the 6th intercostal space.